is 3:15 in the morning. I can't really sleep. There's a lot of things happening and going on in my head. In the last few months, things haven't been as good as I wanted them to be for my life. Usually when very difficult things happen to me in the past, the way that I've dealt with it is going into my dark place. And I think this time around it's not going to be any different. I'm going to walk you through what am I thinking whenever I'm going through a dark mode, and I'm also going to use this video as a way to communicate to some of the people close to me and in my circle what is going to be happening for the next 100 days that are left in this year. The main purpose of dark mode is to completely change the way that you execute your life so you can actually accomplish the things that you want and the things that you have been telling yourself that you're going to achieve but you haven't. In this case, I'm doing it specifically to deal with some emotional things, to deal with financial things that I want to accomplish, to deal with career goals that I haven't accomplished. And overall, I feel like every time I get to the end of the year, I start feeling like I haven't done everything that I could have done. I haven't accomplished everything that I could have accomplished. And to be honest, a lot of the problems that you deal in your day-to-day life, they are there because of you. You are responsible and you are the only one to blame. So if I'm not happy with my finances, it's my fault. If I'm not happy with my career, it's my fault. If I'm not happy with my relationships, it's my fault. So whatever is happening to you right now maybe is realistically not because of something that you did. But even if that's the case, if you don't take responsibility, as crazy as that sounds, and this is something I learned from my mentor Tom Bilyeu, he thinks that everything is my fault. Everything that could ever happen to you is your fault. Even if it's a crazy natural catastrophe, you could have moved out of that place, you could have been in a different part of the globe. Even if it's a drunk driver, like an accident, anything like that, you could have chosen a different path, could have been in a different physical location, you could have decided not to go out that day. Everything is my fault. So entering dark mode in this phase, this is what it's going to consist of. We're going to have no distractions. This is very self-explanatory. I don't have to give you a lot of context on this. You know what is distracting you from what you want. Just cut it out. No emotions. So this is something very specific to me and what I need to get closer to what I want. In my case, I'm a filmmaker. I started acting when I was a kid. I've always been very in tune with my emotions, very vulnerable. It's very easy for me to cry at a movie, cry at a theater play, cry, listen to a song. And I don't see crying as a weakness, not at all. To me, I've always seen that as I have a skill that I can tap into an emotion faster and easier than many other people, and I use that skill for my work. I use that skill to be a great director. I use that skill to be a really good listener and a really good friend and a really good lover and a really good person that is emotionally available. But that also gets in the way sometimes of if I let my emotions take over, things will overwhelm me and difficulties and problems that arise will make me way more emotional than a regular person. So this has a good side of it, but it also has a bad side of it. So in the last year, I've been learning a little bit more about Stoicism, and I've been listening to different people talk about how you just have to shut down your emotions. As a man, it's your duty to just get things done regardless of how you feel. I really took this on from Andrew Tate, and I know that many people hate Andrew Tate and they do not like him at all. The one thing that I have taken away from listening to a lot of his videos, and especially I have learned to shut down my emotions in order to achieve my goals, and it's absolutely amazing. It works, like hands down. Even though we are told over and over and over again that you have to be in tune with your emotions, as a man you have to be open, vulnerable, that is bullshit. That will not get you where you want to be. You need to know when to be open to your emotions. You need to have your emotions, but you need to be able to control them. So part of dark mode is no emotions. The last piece I'm going to add is no excuses. It is very easy to hold on to your excuses, and especially when they're valid. But if you want to get something done, having an excuse, as valid as it is, it's still not helping you get the thing done. So you can either focus on the excuse and nurture it and feed it, or you can say, I do not care. And this is a little bit of like your own self-talk, and how you talk to yourself is going to determine how you see yourself and in effect how you act towards the things that you want. Having this as like the setup, then you decide what are the elements that you want to include. Now, a few simple things that I'm going to be doing that for me are really easy, and some other things are harder. So in this case, I'm going to have no alcohol. And for me, this is really easy. I do not drink. The last time I had a drink, I don't remember when it was. I have a bad history of alcohol in my family, and alcohol has never been a thing that I needed to enjoy myself or to be social. If alcohol is slightly a problem for you, just cut it out. It's useless. If it's bringing the slightest amount of distraction, discomfort, or messing with your health or your productivity in any way, just fucking cut it out. It's useless. Alcohol is useless. No going out. Lately for me has been a little bit of a distraction, and I was having a really short conversation with a friend the other day, and I told him, like, I'm actually filling up my calendar with as many cool activities as possible so I can distract myself from the fact that I actually hate where I'm at in life. And the good thing is that I can change that. So for the rest of the time that I'm going to be doing dark mode this year, I'm not going to be going out, and I'm going to say no to anything that is not directly related to my goals. No weaknesses. And with this, I'm referring specifically to physical weakness. So part of really fine-tuning your life, your physical appearance, your strength, your health is probably 50%, if not more. Because when you are out of whack physically in your body, it doesn't matter what else you're doing properly, it's not enough. If your sleep is not on point, if your diet is all over the place, if you as a man are weak and you cannot do like 30-40 push-ups at any moment notice, you're just not getting close to even remotely who you could be. I cannot allow any physical weakness to just be part of who I am. But this is specifically for the next 100 days. You can adapt this and do it for only 30 days. That would be the minimum that I would recommend, so you can actually see a difference and a change in the goals and the things that you're trying to attain. I have a personal goal, which I'm not going to talk about. So you can have whatever personal goal you decide that you want. Then I'm going to have a financial goal. And for me, this goal is to make 100K in the rest of the year. And I'm going to be thinking about this. I'm going to be working towards this. A career goal. So I want to finish a script for my feature film, Alas. This is a project that is truly important to my soul, truly important to me, who I am. And this is the movie that if I was going to die in 6 months, this is the movie that I would sit down, write, and fucking kill someone to make sure that this movie gets made. and I have been putting it to the side. I have been distracted from it, and it's a movie that is so important to me that I need to make it before I die, and I need to look at it as this needs to get done. And my other goal is something that I've wanted forever, and is to grow my YouTube channel. And before this time is over, I want to hit 10,000 subscribers. I know this is a very small number for people who have large channels. Maybe for you watching this video, it seems like, oh, 10K, that's like easy. It is really hard. And the thing is that I cannot keep dreaming of having 100K subs to having 1 million subs if I'm not putting in the work and actually strategizing and actually getting to 10,000. So this is the first step. And at the time that I'm recording this video, I'm sitting about 6,000 subscribers. It has taken me over 10 years to get to that because I haven't been consistent. I haven't been doing the things that I knew that I had to do, and therefore that has to stop. And this video is also part of why I'm doing this, to force myself to put myself on camera and be responsible for delivering that to myself and to the people that are watching. So for my body, my goal is to be at 200 pounds with 10% body fat. If I cannot control my body, how am I going to control anything else around me? My body is the closest thing that I have to myself that I can control. If I'm not able to dominate my own body with my mind, how am I going to be able to become the biggest film director in the world? How am I going to be able to command other men and tell them what to do and build an empire and actually build massive companies and create amazing films if I cannot control my own body? If you cannot control your own hands and what you do and what you eat and the workouts that you do, how are you going to be able to ever control anyone? You have to be able to control your body, period. Doing this, I think, is the best strategy that I have at keeping my sanity, taking away all anxiety and chances of feeling down or not being satisfied with myself. I think that if you're listening to this video and you went all the way to the end, you have really high chances that you're going to do something remarkable with your life. I only hope that you sit down only for 10 minutes, write down what it is that you want. And if you are a bit lost and you have no idea where to begin, maybe this can help you as a guide. Just pick 5 simple areas of your life. And if that's too much, maybe start with 3. Pick 3 things that you want to accomplish and dedicate the next 30 days to do that. Please, I beg of you, if you actually sit down with no distraction, you put your emotions on hold for a little bit, and you just have no excuses, you're going to be able to do something remarkable. You're going to be able to change so much in your life in only 30 days. So I really appreciate that you took the time to watch this video. I want to inspire other people, and hopefully just by talking about the things that go in my life, I can share with you and maybe push someone. Like if I can get a couple people to do something with their lives that is meaningful to them, that is just gonna make everything better for all of us. So I really appreciate you watching this video, and I'm going to be entering my dark mode right now.